beautiful people, and welcome back. It's a really hot sunny day today. You can probably see the sunshine behind me there. So I was up early this morning, out the door, straight into town. Tried to do it whilst it was a little bit cooler. A couple of the charity shops had aircon, which was really nice. Spent a bit of extra time in there. And yeah, I got some things for personal, and then the rest was for reselling. So I'm going to go through those in a second. First of all, I want to say thank you. Quite an exciting week this week. Made it over 100 subscribers, so I was really chuffed with that. And it's still creeping. I think we're at 120, which is really good. And hopefully that'll just keep growing and growing and growing. And it seems to be a nice little community as well. I seem to be getting lots of little comments, people enjoying the content, liking the things that I've been purchasing, asking questions, which is lovely. If you do ever have any questions, just pop us a comment down below. I tend to look at those daily and try and reply to as many as possible. Right, let's have a look what I bought. So the first thing, I absolutely love these. I have a small collection of these that I've had since I was probably in my teens, many years ago. So these are vintage elasticated belts. So this particular one has black elastic and then a beautiful enamelled butterfly. So these are really good for if you're wearing something really simple, like just a plain dress or a long plain top, and you just want to zhuzh it up a little bit. Adds a little splash of colour, a bit of interest. Nice and stretchy, and they will cinch you in at the waist as well, which is nice. Sometimes I like to put these on and then pull the top out so it kind of goes over the top of the belt a little bit. It tends to look really nice. So that was a bargain. That was from Bernardo's. We actually have a Bernardo's on the estate where I live, so that was one that I popped to the other day. 50 pence. So you can't beat that, can you? It's my favourite price, 50 pence. So that one's for me. Then I got a few items of clothing. I got these for the winter months. So some really nice black, long skinny jeans in a nice dark grey, like a charcoal grey. And they were £1. So the Age UK today was having a sale. Everything was £2 or under, I think it was. It's got a few pieces in there. And they've got a bit of stretch to them, which is brilliant. And I'm going to keep those for the winter. I've got some that I've put in a charity bag, so these will replace the ones that I've got rid of. That's the way that I tend to do it. I try and wear things until I've got as much wear out of them as possible, or until they're damaged. Then if I can fix them, I'll fix them. If I can upcycle them into something else, then I will. And if not, if they're still wearable, then I'll pop them in a charity bag so that somebody else can get some use out of them. So one out, one in. Then the next item that I got was just a nice plain white linen top. So again, this was £1. So now I've got a little pocket on the front, nice short sleeves, little bit of lace detail there. Nice and baggy, cotton linen blend, £1. So again, this is another replacement. So I've got one that, like they all do, go yellow under the arms from your deodorant. So over time, I do try and get those stains out, but over time they just seem to end up really ingrained. So this is another replacement for a top that I've just popped in a charity bag. And it'll come in handy since it's so hot at the minute. And this, I thought this was lovely, and the fabric's really nice. So this is a summer top. It says it's a size 16, which I don't believe. It doesn't in any way, shape or form look like a 16. However, I like my tops baggy, so I think I've mentioned before I like to layer. So I like to wear a vest top underneath. So there we go, it's nice stripy, with a little bit of frill on the bottom, bit of tasseling. And that one is, that was £3, but it's lovely thick material. I believe it's cotton, but somebody's cut the tags out, so, but from the feel of it, I think it's definitely cotton. So that'll be lovely. I've got some nice trousers that that will go with. And then the last top I got was this one, and this is beautiful. I absolutely love the colour of this because it's really summery and bright. So it's a nice little sleeveless top, cotton, and lots of embroidery detail, lots of lace detail. And I'm not sure what brand that one is because the labels disappeared. Sometimes people cut the brand labels out. Yeah, there's not. Oh, there we go, New Look. And 100% cotton, brilliant. So again, another nice breathable fabric for the summer. Might wear that one over the weekend because I think the hot weather's going to stay, which would be nice. Make a change. And then the last item I got is not a summery item, it's more for the autumn time. We sometimes go hunting for mushrooms, so we like foraging and finding things out in the wild, and kind of as it's going into September time, the weather can still be quite warm but a little bit wet, so it's always good to have a lightweight raincoat. So I managed to drop on this one this was in the Bernardo's. Again, it was in the sale, it was on a sale rail, and it being £8 and it was down to £3. So it's a regatta raincoat with a hood, nice lightweight hood. It's one of those that you can roll up as well and hide away. And it's a lovely green. I really love that colour. And it hardly looks like it's been worn. So yeah, I'm going to keep that for the autumn months, I think, when it's awful and wet outside, but we still need to go outside. Right, so that was everything for personal. So I spent, what did I spend? 50, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, £9.50, which is not bad, is it, for all those items of clothing and a lovely vintage belt. So the next things that I got are for resale. Some of them I know what they are, some of them I need to do a little bit of research to kind of find out maybe like who made them or what era they're from. So I'll go through, got a few items of clothing first, pair of shoes, some jewellery, and a perfume bottle, which was a little bit different. So I shall go through those now. So the first item was from Age UK and it was £2, and it is a really nice, suppose you could wear it on the beach over your cosy. It's a really nice pink top that just kind of pulls over, so it's nice and long. Pop your arms out there, and it's just stitched down the side, and then they put a little bit of elastic in at the waist as well. But I really liked this pattern that's on there. It's like a floral, and the pink is really striking as well, so I thought someone will want that for their holidays, so not bad for £2. Then next up, I thought this was unusual. I'm not sure if it's something I'd wear because it's quite heavy. So it's a denim fabric, but it's like an oatmeal colour, like a creamy oatmeal, little brown flecks in it, and it's a top. So this was from St Vincent's, £3 in there, and it's by Waven, which is not a brand that I'm familiar with. So there we go, nice round neck, long sleeves, and then I can show you the bottom. There's some kind of like ripped, distressed detail in the bottom there. I thought it was different, really good quality, stitched really nice, the fabric's lovely. So I'm going to do a bit of research and find out who the brand is on that one. That'll be going on the eBay store. I'm trying not to sell too much clothing. It's only when I find things that are either really different, vintage, or really cheap. Just because storage space is limited and it really stresses me out when there's too much clutter. So if there's piles and piles of things, it just kind of really, yeah, messes with my head. I prefer a tidy working space. Bits of jewellery, I'll come on to those next. And then this was a vintage dress, which I don't often find in the charity shops anymore. And it's quality fashion, made in the UK. It does say it's a size 18, but with vintage the sizes tend to be a lot smaller. I think this would probably fit me actually. Polyester, just seeing if it says anything else on the label. Nope, nothing else. It's a lovely summer dress, so it's a nice strappy one, and then it's in a lovely blue, purpley blue. Then on the front you could probably see the floral design there. And that's in like a metallic gold paint. And then it's got a lovely skirt on the bottom. Little zip in the back. I just thought it was really, really pretty. For £2, that's not bad at all. There's a few tiny marks on the front that I need to give a bit of attention to. But I shall get the good old vanish out and give them a squirt and see if we can get those out. But yeah, I thought that was lovely. Like I say, I don't find vintage clothing in the charity shops that often, so it's always nice to see it. There were a few other dresses, but they were a little bit like the fabric wasn't very nice. It was like a scratchy, itchy, scratchy fabric, so I didn't bother with those. I left those for somebody else. So that was all the clothing. And then I got a few pieces of jewellery. I went down to the Samaritans, which I really like that one. Everything's half price at the minute. And unfortunately on the door, there was a little notice written on a paper bag that said that they were due to close soon. So I spoke to the ladies and they're closing in a fortnight, which is a real shame because I think that shop did really well. It was always busy when I was in there. Plenty of stock, lots to choose from. So yeah, that one will be disappearing. So I picked up a couple of bits whilst I was in there. I got this nice necklace. So it's all flowers with some little dangly details. Just thought that was really pretty. That one I'll pop on eBay. It's quite nice quality as well. Little beads dangling down, some little butterflies in there as well, just at the bottom. So that was £1.50. It was half price. What else did we get from there? In fact, I think that was it for jewellery from Samaritans. This one I got from St. Vincent's. So this is a really nice kind of light gold tone chain. And if I can get all the pieces round, then it's got these beautiful flowers on there. And they're made out of mother of pearl. So each petal is a little slice of mother of pearl, and it's beautiful. It's in kind of shines pinks and greens, but it's a lovely kind of light creamy brown colour. And then they finished it off with some nice rhinestones in the centre there. So yeah, I thought that was a nice little drop necklace. And that was £1, which is lovely. All the necklaces are £1 in St. Vincent's, and all the bangles are 50p. Didn't find any bangles today. These ones I got from Age UK. They don't have very much jewellery, but they have a glass cabinet where the till is, so I always have a quick look in there. And I got these for £1. So lovely little ear wires, and they're like a pale pink glass that's got like a ridged effect, and then they've been finished with a little silver tone bead on the top and on the bottom. I just thought they were really cute for £1. So I'll either sell those on their own, or I'll pair them up if I've got a necklace that I can match them with, or a bracelet, make a set. Or sometimes I sell little lots of earrings. So yep, they will go on the eBay store. And then this one was from the RSPCA, and this one's for me. I forgot actually, this should have gone in my pile, shouldn't it? So it's a nice plastic, I don't know if you can see, hold it up to the light, like an orange, and then it's got lovely like strikes of brown inside. Really, really nice. And it's just the elastic's gone, so it's a bit loose. So what I'll do is I'll restring those for a nice summer bracelet. It was £1.75. They're a bit more expensive in the RSPCA, and I don't often find things in there, to be honest. But it is a nice charity shop, and it's one of the ones that had the aircon as well, so I was like, oh, I'll take my time in here, have a good look round. So this one is, I'm trying to think where I got this one from. I think this was from Mencap, which is at the top end of town. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it up there just because of the heat, but I popped into one of the shops and got a nice cold drink and sat on a bench for a while just to kind of recharge the batteries and make sure I had enough energy. So this one is, I pick a lot of these up, a metal twist cuff bangle, like an oval shape. So it's got two metals that have been twisted together to create a pattern, likely brass and steel by the looks of it. There's no markings on there or anything, but that was 50p, so couldn't pass that up. And then this is one of those silver charm bracelet things, and I have a little collection of charms that I've got over the months from other lots and jewellery and what have you. It does have a name on it, so I need to research that and see if it's any particular brand. I'm not even quite sure how to open it. Oh, there, it's got a little pinch clasp on it. So yeah, I'll do a bit of research, see if that's worth popping some charms on and selling that as a bracelet. And that was £1. And then this was from the same charity shop. They actually had quite a bit of stuff today. I'll try and slot a little bit of footage in of the jewelleries. This was £2, and it's a really nice, lovely long chain. And then on the bottom it's got this beautiful pendant that's got a floral, like a rose design on the outside, and then it's got this glass cabochon in the centre. It's got those lovely patterns in, and it's kind of, not sure what colour it is really. It's like greys and very, very dark purples. It's quite hard to see on the camera, but yeah, I thought that was lovely. I've had earrings that have had that kind of stone in the centre. Might actually have to have a dig through some of the stuff that I haven't listed yet and see if there's anything I can match those up with. So yeah, that was £2. I thought that was really good. And then I picked up these, which aren't necessarily jewellery. These are buttons, I think. And these are Vogue Star, the fashion range. So there we go. Pair of buttons. I just thought they were different. I do sell some vintage buttons on my Etsy store. I actually acquired a tin of buttons recently. I'm going to do a video on that separately. I bought them on Vinted. A lady was selling like an old Quality Street tub kind of tin full of buttons. You couldn't really see what was in there. There was just a couple of photographs, but £2.50 for an entire tin of buttons, and the majority looked vintage, so I was like, yep, ting, I shall buy those. Haven't gone through them yet, so I'll probably have a look, do a little bit of research, see if there's anything in there that's worth looking up and pointing out, and then I will do a separate video on the buttons. So yeah, I thought they were lovely. Black and gold, nice size, a pair. They were £1. And then the last item of jewellery that I got, this had, I loved the pendant on it anyway, so it's got a lovely enamelled, it's an oval piece of copper that's been enamelled, and it's got a really, really cute little scene of a black cat sat looking at the moon, which is just beautiful. And it's quite small. If I hold it up on my hand, you can kind of see the size, but it's really well done for the size of it. You know, someone's really pulled that off really well. Some gorgeous colours in it. So I sew it for the little pendant. However, when I looked at it, I realised that it's actually on a nice vintage silver chain. There we go. It's got the markings on the clasp. So it's got a nice spring ring clasp, and then, in fact, I think there's some initials on there as well, so it might be maker's initials. And it says 925, which is brilliant. So yeah, nice little silver chain on it as well, which I think I'll keep those two things together. I think that they go really well because they're quite dainty. The chain's quite dainty and it goes well with the pendant. And that was a bargain, that was £2. So yeah, you can't beat that for a vintage silver chain. So that was everything for jewellery and clothing. I then picked up a few other bits that were a little bit different, so I'll go through those. So this lady, I didn't actually know what she was when I picked her up. I thought she was an ornament, but it looks like she's made out of Yeah, made out of glass. She's like an oriental lady with her hair up. She's got a fan in her hand, and it's in like a really nice pale peachy colour. It's quite dirty, so it does need a clean. And yeah, like I said, I picked it up and thought, oh, that's a really nice, pretty ornament. Only it's not an ornament. It is a perfume bottle. So on the bottom there, it says Avon and what perfume it is. So this is Moonwind. Ooh, that sounds exotic. And then what happens is the top half of her body comes off. And then in there is some quite potent perfume. God, that'll give me a migraine, that would. It's a bit strong. But then if it's old, it could have kind of evaporated a bit and gone a bit strong and kind of thick. I'm not going to open it actually because I think that would give me a migraine. But yeah, I thought she was really sweet, really different. And I know people collect perfume bottles, people collect Avon things, so I thought we'd pick that up and just chance it and do some research when I got home. She has got quite a bit of, I don't know if you can tell, dirt, probably dust from over the years, just in all those creases. So I'm just going to get a toothbrush and give her a bit of a clean. Don't know whether to leave the perfume in or not. Maybe when I do the research, maybe I'll work out whether it's worth leaving that in there or whether I should tip it out and clean the whole thing. So yeah, that was something a little bit different. And then this one, I picked this up because I thought it was quite sweet. I'm not an ornaments person myself. I don't really have too many ornaments around the house because then you've got to dust them. And I don't have time for dusting. So I picked this up for resale. It's vintage. They've wrapped it up in bubble wrap for me, so I'm just going to see if I can get that off. They've wrapped it up really well. There we go. So she's so sweet. I didn't realise that, I didn't see that when I bought it. That was really funny. I might have to keep her now actually. So she is, you wait till you see. She's a really sweet little girl, probably, lady. Got blonde hair. She's got a little candle in her hand. She's got her pyjamas on in a lovely bright red and a stripy hat on. She's actually a bell, so she has a little ding dong in the inside, and it was made in Taiwan, bond wear, so it's got the old vintage sticker on the inside there that you can just see. It's got a little bit of damage, which I think I'm going to re-repair because it hasn't been done very well. But then when you turn around, you get a little surprise, which I didn't see in the charity shop. So there she is, looking all sweet in her pyjamas, all, ooh, here I am. And then you turn around and her bum's hanging out. Which is just really bizarre. I don't really understand why they've done that. It's strange, but it's comical. She was £1, so yeah, I think she might actually be a keeper. That might be something that I put out at Christmas just for giggles. Just a little bottom is sticking out of the back there. Strange. So there you go. That was nice surprise. Oh my, some of the things. And then second to last, I got one of these. I used to have some of these years and years and years ago. I used to have a small collection of them myself when I was little. I think everybody did when we were little. So this is a little vintage troll. There he is with his blue hair. A little bit dirty. It's got dusty. I think someone might have had him on a shelf or something. He's just got dusty hair. So I should give it a little comb and give it a bit of a clean. But he's got his little original tag on, which says, a good look, Wishnick, just for you. She's sweet. I just thought, that is really, really cute. You don't see these very often. I used to have loads and loads and loads of them. There was like true vintage ones, and then they brought more out as well in the 90s. So this is a You Need a Doll Co. So I'll have to look that up. It's got the little good luck horseshoes on the bottom. So yeah, I think I'll pop that to one side for reselling. I might see if I pick any more of those up, do a little bundle of trolls, put them all together. But yeah, it's really sweet. And then the last thing that I got, I was tempted to keep. However, I don't wear high heels anymore. I used to do when I was younger. I used to wear some really, really awesome high-heeled shoes. But I think those days have long gone. However, these are just, oh, I just love them. They're vintage. So there we go. So they're a stiletto, a nice pointed toe, and I just love this detailing on the side. Very vintage style. And they're made out of leather. Not too much damage. There's a little bit of, tiny bit of scuffing on the toe, but I've got a leather, a shoe leather kit that's got different coloured polishes in, and some leather feed and some polishing cloths. So I shall give these a clean, and then I'll do some repairs to those areas. Red usually comes out really well. There's a little bit of wear there as well on the back there where it's stitched together. But yeah, I've got a black bottom, and these are Charles Rayner Design Collection. So yeah, not sure when they're from, probably like, I don't know, I want to say 80s by the label. The label looks a little bit 80s to me. So yeah, and they are size 6.5, which might have fit me because I'm a size 7, but it depends on the brand. Although these are vintage, they might be a tad smaller, so they might not fit me. I'm not going to try more and I'll be tempted to keep them. But yeah, I thought they were lovely. And they were originally £3, but these were from the Samaritans, so they had a half price sale on, so can't go wrong for £1.50. I just thought they were lovely, so I'll give them a clean, fix some of these little scuffs, and then probably pop those on my eBay store so that somebody else can wear them and love them and appreciate them, and yeah, give them a new lease of life. That'd be awesome. So that was it. That's everything that I picked up today. Let's have a look how much I spent. I wrote it all down earlier. So for resale, everything all together was £24, which I didn't think was too bad. I was really quite happy because I went out thinking, oh, I probably won't find anything today. And they're the days when, you know, lo and behold, you go in and there's stuff everywhere, which is great. I didn't do any filming. I did a little bit of filming of some jewellery, but it was really, really busy. I think everybody had the same idea as me because it was really, really hot. They thought, oh, I'll get up early, go into town, do the shops, and then get back home before it heats up even more. So the charity shops were crowded. So I thought, oh, I'm not going to bother trying to film anything because there was like arms everywhere, people reaching over, and yeah, it was too much. Too much today. But I will do some more filming the next time that I head out. And that's everything. I just want to say thanks again to all my subscribers. I was really, really pleased when I woke up and saw that I'd gone over the 100 mark. I was really, really chuffed. And it keeps growing, which is brilliant. So hopefully, as more videos come out, more people will come along and join the community. Just thought I would do a little zoom in and show you that I have my handmade earrings in. So I did a little shorts video on these. They're made with eco sterling silver wire, and same for the ear wires as well. I made those myself, and then take one out. There we go. On the bottom there is a vintage faux pearl, a glass one, and then a little silver faceted bead that I rescued for some broken necklaces. So yeah, I shall, if you want to have a look, I shall put a link to the shorts video and then you'll be able to see these. But I made these for myself, but I'm considering making some more because they're quite nice. I really like the length, and they're lightweight as well. They're glass, the bottom ones are glass, but they're quite lightweight. So yeah, they'd look really nice with a pearl necklace or other silver jewellery. So I think I shall, yeah, I think I might make some more of those.